Sorry it's so dark. I don't know what's wrong with my lighting. Anyway, um, if you've been reading my statuses, you've noticed that I've been coming to grips with some things dealing with losing my mom to cancer. The problem with losing somebody is when you find a way to bury that, it never goes away. It's not until you deal with it that you're able to move past it. And I've had the pain of that buried for 11 years. Every once in a while it would surface, but I would be sure to push it right back down because I didn't like the way it made me feel. I didn't like the pain it caused. Um, I was always trying to be strong for everybody else and to let people know that it was okay to move on. But I wasn't taking my own advice. It's just here recently that I have realized that in order for me to move forward and to live my best life, I gotta let that go. I gotta allow it to burn. I gotta allow myself to feel what her death has truly done to me. Anyway, so I do the I do that through my writing. Um, and then with Memorial Day just coming. So I do that through my writing, and I have a new poem that I just wrote. While my kids were watching Moana. Go figure. Moana. And anyway, it's called One More Visit. I thought to myself, if I just had one more time to have a conversation, just one more time to sit across from your smile, if I had a little more time for preparation, I'd ask God if you could stay for a while. That if He didn't need you at that moment, if He could spare an hour or two, I would use it to ask you some questions, get your advice on how to pull through. So I sat in my room, stared out the window, then closed my eyes to give it a try. God, please grant me this understanding. I need to know all reasons why. Why did you give her the cancer? Why did she go to her grave? Why did you kill my mother, but the other people you save? Why did you make us think she was healing? Why did you give us that hope? Why do you hit her with almost no feeling and expect our family to cope? How painful was it? Could she hear us when we spoke? When did her ability to feel sorrow diminish? Was she laid in silence? Was she awoke? Mom, did you feel your grandson Jacob when he climbed up to rub your head? Did you hear him say he loved you? Did you hear the poems I read? Did you know that Tom Tom cried when he saw you in your bed? Mom, did you hear me apologize for giving you teenage grief? Did you mean to breathe out at that moment? Was that your sigh of relief? As I laid across your chest with my belly on your hand, did you feel Elena kick you? Did you comprehend? But I guess the biggest question I have that I need the answers to, although we had our ups and downs, did you know that I loved you? Did you know that I loved you? I loved you. And as I opened my eyes, my mother stood right there. Her health was completely restored, her skin beautiful and head full of hair. And she said, Desi, oh Desi, I love you. And yes, I know that you love me too. The cancer was just my gateway home. I had work to do. On earth, life's temporary, and my work is everlasting. God did not kill me, child, so I need you to please stop asking. We all have our purpose. We all have our role. I was supposed to be your mother and watch my children grow. And after y'all were ready to have families of your own, it was time for God to collect me, time to bring me home. You asked me if it was painful. That's my cross to bear. You asked me if I felt Jacob's hand on my head without my hair. You want to know if I felt Lele kick, even though I remained still. I felt both of my grandkids' presence. In them I placed my will. I know that Tom Tom wept for me behind his manly hands. I reserved a place for him, and now here we both stand. And yes, I heard you apologize for what? I'm not quite sure. You were no different, dear, than most teens whose hearts are pure. Whatever you were holding, whatever regret you possess, know that I forgive you. So let go of that stress. Now it's time for me to go back to the place I dwell. Until we meet again, my child, I bid you love's farewell. And just like that, she was gone, as if she never came. But something in me is different now. I no longer feel the same. Now there's a sense of peace where there once was pain. And I have no more questions. Love your family. Love your parents. Cherish every moment that you have. Because tomorrow is not promised for anyone. And when they're gone, it's just too late. Love you guys.